also known as the New Day. Parted ways with WWE, man. Heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. Man, that shit was surprising, man. Tonga Lua, I wasn't surprised at his release. Let me be clear. Nobody, I don't want nobody to lose their job. That's the worst, especially in this economy. Matter of fact, since I've been alive, every economy has been a terrible economy to lose your job. But this economy, since I'm an adult, I understand it more. So, yeah, I don't want nobody to lose their job. There are some characters here that I'm more excited that the character's not showing up, but I'm disappointed that the person behind the character doesn't have a chance to reinvent it or anything like that within the same umbrella WWE. They could probably go out and do something. But the Y6, I am sad that all of them lost their jobs. I am happy that the Y6 and kayfabe is not on my TV anymore. I was tired of their stories. It weirded me out with the whole Bray Wyatt thing. I have a brother. You know what I'm saying? I understand, the brother thing. But for me to do it for a corporation and not even get no golden egg, that suck ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my brother creation, trying to make the best out of it, make him proud. Yeah, y'all just want me to sell masks and show up in the dark. That's crazy, man. I could have told y'all that from the beginning. When they first debuted, I was like, there's no story behind this. When they did it, it emotionally grabbed me and stuff. They showing Bray and, okay, they doing something in his name. Great. Once that, first 3 months, 6 months was done, and wasn't shit really happening, stuff with him showing up in the dark, I knew it was a bust. They should have dropped that. They should have got off that train a long time ago. I wish they would have kept everybody up. Like I said, I'm not a fan of people being unemployed, but I am a fan of erasing characters on TV. And the Y6 had to go for it. No question. There were other few ones, but that was last week, man. Kyrie, I was hurt about that. I'm like, damn, Kyrie was just there. Aleister Black is very ironic. It's very ironic. I don't know, we're a year off of Karrion Kross leaving, or we close to a year or something like that. It had to be close, because he's talking about at WrestleMania he was going da-da-da-da. And then after WrestleMania, that's when they let him go. So I want to say, yeah, we're a year and some change after that Karrion Kross situation. And Aleister Black released. I'm not a huge conspiracy theorist, but I could say that between this Karrion Kross and Aleister Black situation, maybe it was the motherfucker that wrote that story, who came up with that concept that you just go walk around the back in your suit with your wife and just whisper in people's ear, and it's supposed to have some type of wild outcome 6 months down the line. Maybe that guy should have been released, because that's the common denominator I see here between Karrion Kross and Aleister Black, is they both was dressed in all black, whispering people's ears out back, and now they both gone. But today, bittersweet. I got brutal and good news. I'm gonna let y'all know the good news first. The good news, once again, I'm not pushing for anybody losing their job. But Tonga Lua, man, yeah, that was a boring ass character. I tell you that, okay? If you cut him away from the bloodline or my family tree, it's a dud. He was so duddy that I totally forgot that he had a tag team, him and Elijah Burke, LA Knight. Was that his name? Something like that. But yeah, they had a tag team in TNA and they was actually doing their thing, man. It made me totally forget about that shit. Or maybe they didn't have a tag team. Maybe I can stand corrected. I'm kind of old. But yeah, I didn't feel nothing, man. When they said he was going, praise up to you, man. Hopefully you find your footing. But that character had to go. Oh my gosh, man. You know how surprised I was that I can't remember other dude in my family tree, that guy. I was so surprised that like this guy's actually developing. Like he came here from New Japan. I'm thinking they just gonna do like just gonna ride the bench. This man got up, got a finishing maneuver, got shoulders, tongue loud, nothing. JC Mateo, I feel bad for my man because he didn't get a chance to show us what he had. But if I'm speaking outside of kayfabe, my man is like 40-some years old. Man, he's done most of the heavy lifting in his early career. So I could see him kind of having like a little Shinsuke thing here, and just right now WWE can't afford it. So one time for you, man. The heartbreaker, the bad news. I don't even want to be disrespectful by putting a number up there and not having the correct number. I'm doing this from the hip. But, World Tag Team Champions. If you couldn't tell, I was moving my hips. But yeah, New Day is gone. New Day is officially no more. No more. And you know who I blame for this? I blame Ridge Holland. I blame Ridge Holland for this. New Day was doing well until you dropped Big E on his neck. Then after that, we was just having all types of issues. Osmosis Jones, the kind of comeback of Big E, but not comeback of Big E. Like all that was treacherous. All that was treacherous. And yeah. Here we are right here. I thought we was gonna get a third member. We tried with Grayson. Grayson I wasn't really feeling that. Thought they was gonna bring Odyssey back. They did. They said your shit stained. It's gonna be stained for life. It's crazy. They tried to have the little Devon Evans thing, but I'm not gonna lie to you. In my soul, I wasn't with Devon Evans on a New Day because I can't take no more black people smiling on my TV. I did not want him to get cornered into like some Apollo Crews pigeonhole or something like that. No. And then in my mind, what I was thinking is that him and Kofi were going to blow off, and we was actually going to be able to see that Kofi we going to actually see that Kofi age because he's in there with somebody that's fucking 15. This sucks that this is the ending for it, man. And when I first heard the news, I thought they got released. You know what I'm saying? But to dig deeper into the story and find out that they just wasn't having it with these new fucking contracts that TKO trying to give out, that made me feel even worse about the situation. Because you reaching out to New Day, like 10 years as a team, or something like that. But like 10 years as a team, man, giving us exciting segments, good matches. They were great. They kept the tag team division alive. New Day and Uso freestyle battles and stuff like that. The Uso Penitentiary, that whole little story right there, man. Just the New Day coming with new creative ways to make people smile that we didn't think would work. Well, I didn't think would work. Bootios, the unicorn, the saxophone. The trumpet about ringside, you know what I mean? The gyrating of the hips, man. There was a lot of things that New Day brought to the table that if you just looked at it on paper, you'd be like, man, this shit not gonna work, man. But it did. And damn, I'm hurt because it was like most of my adulthood was spent either hating or cheering New Day. I went through the roller coaster. I was there. Like I seen the episode of Raw when Xavier Woods came out to talk to Big E and Kofi Kingston, and I was thinking that they about to do a Nation of Domination 2.0 because Kofi, Xavier came out there with the glasses and shit, and I'm thinking, and of course I'm thinking when he came out there, he was just basically saying it like, yo, both of y'all don't have shit right now. We need to come together. So I'm thinking they was like, oh, we gonna fight the system, man. We gonna Vince McMahon holding us down. Nation of Domination. Domination 2.0. Lucky for us, it wasn't Nation of Domination 2.0, but that was part of my reason of having a beef towards them. I was like, yo, we have this opportunity to come together and fight. Hey, y'all want to sing? That's when I started to see the vignettes. It came out well, man. The music would always remind me of Kirk Franklin. That's some shit, man. That they leaving. It also adds that they leaving because they're not getting enough money, even though they earned whatever that contract said last year. It's also making me wary because if this is a TKO pool, you know what I'm saying, changing and restructuring contracts that I just signed last year. I don't know, man. It don't seem like, how I'm reading it, don't seem like good news. It seems like all that ticket pricing and all that advertising stuff starting to kick in. A lot of stuff probably did not kick in actually, and so they have to cut their losses, and that's what this is looking like. I am curious as to who they're going to talk to next. If they was talking to New Day to fix their fucking contract, and New Day had to walk out, who's next? Have y'all seen the Roman Reigns reports that he's not being advertised for a couple of Raw episodes like this summer? That scared me. Are y'all trying to renegotiate Roman contract? Who's next? And this is not even released no more now. Now this looking like TKO is, first they put their pinky toe in the water, and now they trying to they trying to dive in there. They trying to get up in there. You let me know what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe, share. I'll be back with more wrestling updates and just random rants. But if you enjoyed and you've been here since the beginning of the shit, yeah, do what you do. Hope you have a good day. Let me know in the comments what you think is next as far as releases, as far as TKO and renegotiating contracts. What contracts y'all think TKO will try to renegotiate next? Let me know in the comments.